Hello. I'll just wait for a few people to get on here, then I'll just make a quick discussion. I won't keep you guys long. Nothing going on, it's just a small conversation. Well, I have a few minutes. Yeah, maybe a few minutes to talk. Well, now I look at today more like a family day. I really don't celebrate a day where they commemorate the genocide of Native American people. I don't really celebrate that. I just look at it as just as a day of getting together with family that you ain't seen. Hashtag concerned. No, there's nothing to be concerned about. But I always get together with family though. Family is a. I also you see, you see the car seat back there. So family is a big thing for me. You know that's just something that I focus on or whatever. But no, I'm not roasted. I don't know why you say I look like that way. I'm just chilling right now. I had, they had made breakfast this morning. Um, I wore it the other day, just during the stream, but today I'm actually wearing it. Today wearing it because I wore it during that stream last time just to support, Lavar or whatever. And I'm gonna get to Lavar too because I need to respond to some comments. Um, we drove out of town, visit family and everything that we ain't seen in months. So, before we get to the point where everybody getting together, I say I'll check in with you guys, or whatever. Had some technical difficulties the other day. Those on Patreon know what the technical difficulties are. If you're not on Patreon, you're not going to know the day-to-day operations, what happened with this platform. Because I'm not telling the public about anything, maybe after the fact. So if you want to know when things happen in real time or changes going to happen, then you must be on the Patreon page. As Ashley said in the promo, it's only the amount of a cup of coffee once a month, to $5. Many people like going to Starbucks. Some people go to Starbucks daily. So that's if you consider us a place that you get your news and information. Also, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe because without subscribing, then you will not know when we put up new content. And click the notification bell. It's so stupid you got to do that now. Subscription should be enough. You shouldn't have to do something else just to get the content that you subscribe to. Alright, so I'm going to cover three things. Number one, the video I put up about the African immigrants in Libya. They had let me know on Twitter, and you didn't follow me on Twitter, please do. Is at Via Show Media on Twitter. That's why I do most of my talking and back and forth. I don't talk on Facebook like that at all because Facebook sucks. Another thing, Facebook will block you. So I'll say nothing there other than mirroring my videos just to have a presence on Facebook. Anyway, so it let me know that one of my videos was blocked for copyright, right? From a French TV MCN. Well, in that video, I was giving France with that work. I was, but I'll tell them the truth. Now, I said that I'm that brother that they come to if they want to have that fight. Because one thing I learned a long time ago is how to fight copyright. Thank you, Sister Lisa Cabrera. I learned how to fight that a long time ago. Let me tell you how I learned how to fight it. I had 3 copyright strikes hit my account years ago. I think maybe about 3 years ago. And YouTube sent me a notification say, if you don't fight these copyright strikes, your account will be shut down in 7 days. And I did my research, looked into copyright law, looked at the fair use, looked at all that. Learned the law very well. And then I've retorted and fought them back. And I got every copyright strike off of my account. So once I learned that, I said, okay, well, they can't pull this. And then they try to do content ID. That's one thing they have on YouTube where they can either collect the money from the video or they can block it. Yes, I do impromptu streams. I don't announce streams. That's why I tell you guys to subscribe that you know when I just put something up. Anyway, or they can block the video, right? Worldwide. You can fight those as well. So I fight those off all the time. Now, a lot of times they release the claim once I fight that, or if they want to dig their heels in it, then they could block that, and then I can do another type of claim right back, and then the next time they'll have to do a strike. If they do a strike, then they have to go through the legal process. So it depends on, to me, if I want to go through all that. But the information I put on, I felt is accurate information. I took my time to show you guys that in that what caused the problem in Libya. Now, so rest assured, I will always fight. Thank you, Damon. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Shout out to London, Michael Williams. Thank you, brother. Anyway, so that's that video back up. Number 2, Lavar Ball. Let's get to him. Let me explain to you why I like Lavar Ball. I like Lavar Ball for a few reasons. First and foremost, I don't like Lavar Ball for the relationship he has with his wife. I don't know his wife. I don't know if she's a good person. I don't know if she's a bad person. I don't know. I haven't found any comments she's made that was anti-black. I don't know nothing about the woman. When I seen Lavar Ball, I didn't even know who he was married to the first time I seen him, right? But what I liked about Lavar Ball was, one, that he was very, very outspoken. He didn't back down from these folks. And he was a father, which I promote black men be fathers. Why wouldn't you want to promote that? Because then, in one instance, if black men are with their kids, they complaining, right? Black men ain't with their kids. If black men have kids outside of the community and they leave those kids, then you say, oh, black men have kids with these different races of women, leave these kids to be raised with these racist white women or whoever else, and they're not there. Okay, Lavar is there with his kids. Lavar is creating a business, which is something that I promote. Black men create your own jobs, right? Lavar is trying to get his kids into a decent position in life that when he go on where he gonna go, they will be okay. I don't fault Lavar for doing that, and I said this is why I said that's why a lot of the example that we need to take, not Lavar's choice in relationships, but Lavar's moves when it comes to fatherhood and business. That's what I support, 100%. I've clearly stated, and before I even get to that, let me tell you what I tell my own kids, and this is my position, okay? I have 2 daughters that's older. One's in college, one's 15. I have a son that's 13, okay? And I have a little girl that's 3, so she's going to be out that conversation. My daughter that's 18, I tell her all the time about men, okay? I don't want her to fall to no tricks of no man. I tell her every game in play, right? I also tell her that all the time, I want you to good on black man. This is what I tell my daughter. I want her with a good black man. She like Jamaican music. She like all that. Fine. You want a Jamaican brother? Cool. Great. I love to have him, right? When it comes to my 15-year-old daughter, I ain't got to worry about her. That's all she talk about is boys and black boys. She don't talk about no white this or no. All she talk about is black boys. Fine. When it comes to my son, I have a lot of conversation with him about girls. And at 13, he's not even into white girls like that. He say he don't really get them. He don't, he ain't into them. We have a lot of discussion about black women. We have discussion about women from Africa, all the different spectrums of black women. This conversation I do have with my sons. I say, listen, you got them like here, you got them like Ethiopia, Eritrea. You have all these different black women that you can have, right? So I discussed that with my son. That's a discussion I do have with him. I told him for some reason, for some reason, I don't promote it. I say for some reason, if you do get somebody that's not black, I'm not promoting it. Just not the Caucasian females. No. And I showed my son why, and he get it. He knows how he'll be treated. He knows that they can say he raped him and didn't. And I show him every story what happens to a black man, so he gets it. I ain't really gotta tell him nothing. So for the most, this is what I promote to my children. Now, let's fast forward to my positions when it comes to that. I stated many times, black people, I don't feel it is culturally advantageous, socially advantageous for black people to marry white people in this system of white supremacy. If that white person isn't dismantling white supremacy, if they aren't using their resources to help the black community, help change laws, help change ordinances, get rid of crooked police, etc., if they're not going to do that, then it is not expedient for a black person to be marrying a white person. If you're going to marry a black person, then number one, you got to join our fight by default. Now, in my lifetime, have I met a few white people who have done that? Yes. I could point to one in particular I know, and I'll say that this white female, I mean, she go to jail over fighting for black people. She's hated in the city of Houston for fighting for black people by other whites. Trust me, they hate her with a passion. They hate her. So if it's not that kind of white person, then I don't really think you should do that. It's just my opinion. But it's your life, do what you want to do. Phillip is not going to be making videos telling you what to do, because at the end of the day, I'm living my life. I ain't got time to worry about what you got going on. I mean, the only thing I'm going to say, if something happens, I say, see, I told you. I told you. I told you. That's the only thing I'm going to say if something go on. Now, there is, comments about black men, and I see Golden Black there. What's up, Golden Black? Black men get it from all sides, okay? And this is the truth. Black men that everybody's on, and I said this before, everybody's on black men's case. The white man looks at us as their natural enemy, and they're trying to kill us daily or try to subjugate us or whatever. And if we aren't entertaining them, pleasuring them, and making them money, then we're no good, and they're looking to either put us in slavery, which is jail in America, or kill us. That's mostly it. Then we get it from our own community. Black men, not all, but black men are jealous of each other. We don't stick together. We don't have a camaraderie. You won't have to worry more about another black man screwing you over and even taking your life sometime than even a racist, white supremacist, race soldier, whatever it is you want to call him. I'm just speaking the truth here as a black man. Now, I don't worry about black women doing me that. Black women, I haven't had bad issues with them in that relation. So yeah, it's easier to talk to black women at times because black women aren't your competition, so to speak. Other black men sometimes view each other as competition. Then you have the male ego that comes in with that. And the more a black man is probably trying to climb up, they're going to be more of a target with other black men, so to speak. Yeah, lavender spices, I get it. Women act that way with women. I get that. But what I'm saying is black men are put in a peculiar position because if there's a scripture that teaches to not compare one with another, right? And just as much as you would not want to be compared with white people because their position, you don't want to be compared to other races even as a black man, because rest assured by other races of men. Other races of men in this country has never been put through what black men and black people have been put through. Understand something. Asians has been allowed to come in and set up a community for themselves and be segregated to themselves with their own languages, their own banks, their own this, their own that. Trust me, I can go point it out to you right here in Houston. They have been allowed. Hispanics could do the exact same thing. They have not been oppressed and targeted as the main enemy. The white man do not care what the Mexican man do, the Asian man, the Jewish man, the Arab man. They do not care. All they care about is the black man. Always point that out. If black men say they want to do something for themselves, they're racist. But if Asians do something for themselves, it's okay. It's normal. Notice that the black man is the problem and the target. Always. Because they know the black man is the only one that's ever made advances in a white supremacist system. The other people that came along just took benefit of our death, our blood, and our struggle. They know with a little bit, we take over very quickly. The white man know this. He know this. So that's why he focused so much on us. Other groups of people just kiss his butt and go along with him. We the only ones that will fight back. Now, we do have a generation of young black men right now. I will say this. I've never seen coons like I've ever seen today. This generation of black guys is horrible. Horrible. This 90s babies, millennial baby generation, man, they horrible. I mean, every time I look up, y'all letting them people talk to you any kind of way. You're making videos, letting white women call you the N-word. I haven't seen the video, but I heard about it. There's some video, some black dudes beating up, doing something to another black dude for a racist white woman. Y'all are just lost. And the majority of that, and we have to admit this, the majority of that is because you did not have no father, and you was not raised by your father, and you was raised with a mother. Your mother cannot prepare you to deal with white supremacy. Only your father can tell you. Women deal with white supremacy in one way, but women are the threat. Women is never a threat to another man. It's always men. And that's why the men are important. That's why when we had the civil rights movement and you had the black family together, the white man say, I got to break that up. Because if I don't break that up, then I can't get involved. So that's why they came in to break us up. You know, we talk about that. Many things that broke us up. We talk about the welfare. You know, a man couldn't be in the home. We talk about feminism coming in, trying to further divide black people. Then we had the war on drugs that ushered in all these black men in prison for a health crisis now. But back then it was, 3 strikes and you're out, and it heavy-handed things to black people. They removed so many men from the home. On top of that, you have propaganda on TV. And the sad part about some people, and I love y'all, but sometimes y'all fall for the okie doke too with propaganda, is that we even though we have bad positions, we aren't bad as what people try to portray us to be. Please understand that. Even with the cooning, I'm going to tell you the majority of the black community as a whole don't coon. Don't look at Facebook videos, YouTube videos, or whatever as a representation of the whole black community. People who really got something going on in the black community, I'm gonna tell you this, they are hardly online. They don't. You look at YouTube, they don't fool with Facebook. A lot of them, they have their own business websites. A lot of them say, I don't know about the internet. I know a lot of black people who got things going on. I interview some of them, and they don't have no presence on YouTube, but yet they have these big companies they running. They're not even out there doing that sort of thing. And this is what I say is that sometimes change your environment too, because sometimes your environment is giving you a perception that's not even real. Like some people, and I love y'all. I love all y'all. Please don't take this wrong way. I love all y'all. But if you look at the facts and statistics, and we're going to talk about black men. Black men are married to black women at a rate of 84%. Black men are married to white women at a rate of 7%. Why is it that we're so focused on 7% of the men instead of focus on the 84% and building that family up and building that community up a little bit more? Because the more you focus on something, do you know when you focus on something so much, you draw people to do it? Like when you keep pointing out all the time, oh, this, or the black woman giving white men. you're going to draw a curiosity more than what you're thinking by using your platforms for a black man. Oh, what the white women are about since they fussing so much. And you have a black woman say, oh, what a white man's about since they fussing so much about it. Stop giving so much attention to it. The Caucasian is using that focus, right? Going back to say swirling increases cooning, but when you focus attention on it too much, it's getting out of hand. I rather focus on building our community. I rather focus on us creating schools. I rather focus on raising great children. I'm not gonna focus on that. To me, it's you ain't gonna stop it. If that's what they want to do, they're not gonna stop it. I think with time, they will see. I've had black men come to me and tell me that I should have married that woman. I learned my lesson. What was I thinking? I've had black men tell me that I'm about to divorce her because I realized this, as I open my eyes to see, I can't be with her no more. These are black men told me this. And you know what I tell those brothers? I said, I'm glad your eyes is finally open. I said, because you can't, I said, when you really see about our community what it really is, you can't be with them. You just can't. I mean, your eyes are open. I mean, they're not going to correct anything. I said, and this is what I always tell them. For me, I could not be going to work and dealing with these white men all the time and complain about what they do at a job, and then I'm going home to a product of them. I couldn't do it. I would feel weird going in on them if I had a white woman at home. I mean, it's conflicting, at least to you as a black man. Then if you have a child with one of them, you can't go in certain things because the child gonna feel a certain way. It's their parent. So that's why I always said the brothers just take care of your business. But if you mention, like, I look at it when you say cooning, it's more to cooning than just that. You got black people married to black people and they coons. Look at Ben Carson. He has a black wife. He coons all long, and he has a black wife. It's been many black people I've seen, male and female, married to other blacks, and both of them straight up bootlicking coons. It is the behavior that I look at. These black boys haven't been taught, or girls haven't been taught racial pride. They haven't been taught that. They have been taught the struggle, and they really believe they made it. If you talk to them, because see, I don't just attack people. I like to know your story, because if I can find out your story and maybe see where you went wrong, I guess that's just a psychology training that I have. I like to understand people instead of just attacking them, because maybe they're there because they don't realize what they're doing. So I mean, some of these guys that you see with these, like that boy that did that video with that white girl, he looked like he was lost and oblivious. But I promise you, if you talk to him and find out where he went wrong, if you find out how did he get to that point, because see, if some of these people don't have a racial consciousness either. At one point in time, I didn't have it, but I wouldn't allow nobody to do me that crap. But they just don't have interracial consciousness. You have to understand that. A lot of these kids have been afforded things that a lot of us in my age group couldn't do. They are more blended than ever. Everybody walks around and say they don't see color. All this stuff that they have versus when I was growing up in the black community, black people stayed kind of on the end, white people stayed on the end, kind of while even in school that happened. They didn't grow up like that. So you're dealing with a different society. They all blended up. Like when I went to school, you know how everybody's saying this word woke, and that's why I don't say it. I hate that word. If black people use the word woke and then they start hearing white people use it, they quit using it, because they used to say that I'm not going to use words they're using because it's lame now. They're using it. And that's the way we did things growing up. If they start wearing a certain brand of clothes that we used to wear, we stop wearing it because obviously they wearing it and it's lame now. That's the way we used to do everything. The lingo used to change so much because anytime they learned it or it went mainstream, were they using it? Oh no. But now today, y'all so, in my opinion, lazy that you don't even want to change the lingo to keep them on their toes. That's why when they learn one thing, we change to something else. Then they're like, what are they talking about now? They never can get it. But now, they walking around here. Then this other thing that makes me sick too with black folks. If a white person nice to you, oh, they gotta invite them to the cookout. Like, that's all it takes to get to a cookout with you? Is being nice to you or pointing out. If they say, oh, that white person said that's racist. Didn't how many black people that said that? And all of a sudden they get a special pass? Like, I don't understand that. Like, you're not about to come to my house for no cookout just because you said one thing. No, you gotta prove yourself. And I mean really prove yourself to get around me. You gotta put in that work. And if you put in that work and you tried and true, then you can come in. But you gotta have your stripes. You can't just tell me one little comment. I mean, they get on my nerves, man. Like, for real. Like that comment about a cookout. Why can't we just have a cookout with the family? What's wrong with that? He said, how do I feel? That Tiffany Jolene, I never covered that. But you know what? But see, that Tiffany Jolene, I heard about her, but that's black folks' fault on both sides. Black folks' fault on both sides. One thing that you never do, I don't care what a black woman do, I don't care what a black man do. For instance, I'm not gonna side with no white boy talking crap about black women. I don't care if he's telling something that's accurate. I'm not gonna have him talking crap about black women. He wrong, and I'm gonna come at him every time. I don't care if he repeating something I said. He wrong. Stay in your place. You don't talk about black women. Talk about your white women. And with that Tiffany Jolene female, I seen it happen. You had some black females jumping in with her. Yeah, you right. I don't care if she right. She a white female. He ain't for you. And she talking crap about you at the same time. Them same white females go behind the scenes and act like they superior because they can pull your dudes. So why would you side with her? Staying on code is you defend the family at all costs. I don't care how wrong family is. You ain't about to come against them. It ain't happening. So forget that. And she getting a book deal because y'all co-signing her. Why is it that one white person comes say something that black people have been saying, y'all just fall all apart? Y'all, oh my God, there's a right. It shows you have a slave mentality. Because the word of white people mean more to you than the word of you. Everybody it gets a leg up on black culture. I mean, think about it. A white person could sit back and peep the game with y'all and say, oh, okay, if I can make videos saying this, if I can repeat this talking point, I can do this, I can do that. I'm going to scale up in white society, and black people going to co-sign me. And I'll be playing the game the whole time, and then they do that. Like one person was telling me about that dude, the health ranger. Oh, Phil, you gotta have him on. Oh my God, he says things about they're poisoning black people. Like, when have they not tried to kill black people? That's first and foremost. And then the video they sent me, the person sent me, I'm listening to his video. I said, okay. Then he mentions Black Lives Matter in the video. I said, whoa. Why is he mentioning Black Lives Matter like that? I thought you talking about them trying to kill black people and you went to Black Lives Matter? I say, no. Look, I'm not a big proponent of Black Lives Matter. But once again, you ain't gonna talk about Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna talk about Black Lives Matter because I'm black. You stay in your place. Like Lavar say, stay in your lane. Stay in it. Because you got a lot of stuff you need to deal with in your own community. You have your opioid, your heroin, sleeping with dogs, raping and child molesting. Look at all the senators and Congress people, all that in Hollywood, all the things they're doing. You got a lot of things that you need to be dealing with. And let me deal with black people. I remember one time on the white man got mad at me on Jesse Lee Peterson's show. I think the first time went on. I said, let me worry about my community, worry about yours. What do you mean by that? Exactly what I mean. Stay in your place. But I don't get excited when a white person say something I've been saying, or other black people been saying for a long time. I don't get excited with that. And that shows the slave mentality. What, do I like Bernie Sanders? I'm not looking to no magical white man to come ride in and save black people. That's another thing. Stop looking to some white politician to save you. Save yourself. Do for yourself. We are the only group of people that's looking to the white man to save us for some reason. The white man can't save himself right now. Have you looked at his community? He's trying to figure out how to save his own. How you gonna save you? Can't save you. Save yourself. Most of you say you believe in the Lord. Obviously you don't, because you only look to him to give you the knowledge and strength and power to save yourself, because even God himself won't even do everything for you. And the fact is, I'm going to say something else. I'm going to say something else, and it's the truth. Black people, and sometimes I pray and I lament about this. And other black men who got their eyes open say the same thing. God, sometimes I say, why am I a black man? Why am I in a group of people who's cowards? Worldwide. Cowards. We are the most cowardice people ever. We do all that big talk, but we ain't cowards to black people. We'll kill a black person. We'll beat a black person. We'll snuff them out in 2 seconds. Don't you look at a black person wrong. They say you disrespecting them. Don't step on their shoes. You end up in the grave. But when it comes to other groups of people, okay, we're cowards. We're afraid. We give everybody excuses. We forgive everybody, but you won't forgive black people. You love everybody. Everybody could beat you up. Everybody could twist your mind because you accept everybody, but we are so cowards. And I'm like, why do we have the spirit of a coward on us? Why? And then you have some strong brothers and sisters out there who's willing to fight. And then how can you fight when you got about 10,000 cowards behind you and only 5 people willing to fight? I mean, it's like, where are all the brave, strong warriors, male and female, but mostly male? Where's the strong men at? Where's the men? Y'all, I'm like, I don't get y'all. I don't. Man, they can't beat something in you out. That's cowardice. Man, everybody who's a leader. Well, I don't like the word leader, but anybody who's not a coward, you can't beat it out of them. But like I say, once again, but when it comes to black people, you're not a coward. Notice that. Watch how black people react to other black people, black men and black women. You will snatch somebody's head off their shoulders real quick for disrespecting you. But white people, man. Oh, it no matter to white people, nobody else, man. I don't know about that. And I ain't telling you starting up with people. That's not what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, end up and do for self. Fight for our community. You afraid to even tell them to stay in their place. Don't even do nothing. Just tell them that much. Stay in your place. Stay out of our business. You scared to do that. You sit up there defending them, rationalizing racism. It's horrible. And then it makes black people who, like myself and many others, say like, what's the point? I mean, as long as I do good for myself, that should be enough. I mean, you do get to that point, because it's sad. It is sad. For me, it's sad to see that. I see more women as willing to fight than men. That's sad. Women is supposed to not be the people stand up and fight for our community. I don't want to hear excuses about, oh, how you expect me to fight everybody not involved in politics. Being black is your life. It's not a politic. It's your life. Okay? It's no excuses. You need to stand up and say something. Do for yourself. Look within yourself and within your community and say, I want better than this. And the best way to do that is through family. I told you guys that. If you build a strong family, you can build a strong community. And I understand, though. I said this before. I understand we're going to have to talk to all black people. Black people, period. Some of you don't want to talk to all black people, but I believe we have to if we're going to fix this black problem. So we're going to have to talk to those who are extremely strong, those who may be weaker. We're going to have to talk to those who are Christian. We're going to have to talk to those who are Muslim. We're going to have to talk to those who are atheists. We're going to have to talk to those who live lifestyles that we may not see eye to eye with. But if they black, we're gonna have a conversation. You're gonna have to talk to people who are not, who don't haven't did any anti-blackness, but they are married to others of different races. You're gonna have to talk to them. We're gonna figure that out too, because I tell people this interracial thing is a byproduct of a black family problem. That's where it comes from. It's a black family problem, and that's the result of that black family problem. If we could fix the black family problem, that would fade off. And also the propaganda as well. There's another propaganda. Why are they so focused on black men too? I mean, not just not even with black women, they focus on that. You know, Asian women marry out of their race at a rate of 38%, and the media don't focus on that. Do you know that Hispanic women marry out of their race at a rate of 28%, and Hispanic men 26%? I think black men are 24% or 22%, something like that. Why don't they focus on those other races? But it's a propaganda to that. They know that black people are sensitive to that, so they stir up so much trouble. You got to remember that Caucasian man is a supplanter. He is a deceiver and a liar. He's going to put all these images up to stir conversation, because he knows that while you're fighting about one instance, he's destroying the rest of your community. I see what he's doing. I see the game. And don't fall for the propaganda hook, line, and sinker. Let's say, why do? Okay, right there. You said black men, if they want to actually show, right? Black men are with Asian women. Black women are with women. Black women are with Arab women, Native American women. All races of women with white women. White women are played out. Actually, I see more brothers with women of quote unquote color, if they're not black women, than anything. And if you live in an area where you see too much of that, I always ask you, do you go to black events? I said, because when I go to black events, I see nothing but black couples. And if they are with someone of a different race, they with Hispanics, Asians, yeah, there may be a few whites coming in, but to me, I see more black with white folks. At least when I go to, like, what's the last event I went to? Mike Epps' comedy show. Wall to wall black people with black person, nigga, with Asian, like maybe a Arab, but it wasn't a bunch of white folks and black men walking around white folks. Like I said, it's where you live. That's what I always say. I live in the area of the fourth largest city in the U.S. and black people are with black people. Black people are dating and marrying every day. My wife just made a big cake and a tray table, huge table, for a black couple who lives in a nice neighborhood and with a great black family. That's why it's hard for me to listen to that, because in the real world, I don't see that. Now, if you go to areas where the black population is extremely small, you're going to see more of that. But in the South, when you have a huge black population, like in my hometown, Port Arthur, right? It wasn't all that black and white people dating stuff. No, black people was with black people. I didn't even see interracial dating. Oh man, it was so taboo where I was from. It was extremely taboo. But I think I seen it maybe once or twice, and it was weird to see that, because I didn't grow up like that. Black stayed with blacks, white stayed with whites. That's just kind of how it was growing up. I see more of it now today, but where I go, and if y'all come down to where I go in different areas, you will see black people are doing things with black people all the time. Yes, I saw the Arabs doing that, and you know what? Those black men, and that's being sold, you wouldn't be selling me, because I'm killing you. You ain't selling me. You gonna have to kill me, because I ain't going out like no punk. Forget that. My tombstone gonna say he ain't going like no punk. That's what it's gonna say. He fought and died for his. Well, if you talk about marriage, let's talk about that. marriage is more important to women these days than men, and that's just in general. We ain't talking about race. Women get this. I want to be a wife. They want the title wife, and a lot of it comes, especially in their 30s. Biological clock is ticking. As men, we don't have a clock, so that's why we don't worry about it as much. But the way the laws is set up, the laws really isn't set up for family. So people that's getting married these days is more on is more of a religious belief with marriage. And since a lot of people aren't as religious, like a lot of people who say they don't like they don't like the Bible, they don't like God, they attack that. The reason you see more and more of black people not getting married is because the majority of black people in the past believed in the scriptures, so they believed in marriage and family, and that's what the scriptures teach. So the more and more you move away from the scriptures, the more and more you're going to have people who don't want to get married. And right now, it's a man's paradise in society. Women will give it up for nothing. And at one point in time, where it took marriage to get that, or relationship, especially a relationship, to get sex, now you can barely say something and you get it. So it's a man's paradise now. The apps that you have now, you just meet people and have sex. Why would I keep saying this with men? Why buy a cow when you get the milk for free? It's the truth. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing for you. So if you want to get married these days, you better find a man who believes in family, who believes in some sort of belief system of the scriptures that value marriage. It just telling you what it is. And some people just not marriage material. I'm on the stream. I'll get with you. I'm on the stream. Yeah. Anyway, so, well, hey, well, what time will be ready to go? Okay, all right. Anyway, and some people are marriage material, male and female. Take it from me. I've been married twice in my life. First time I was married, about almost 9 years. That ended, and thank God. Second time being married, be going on 6 years next month. Second time around, I picked better as a man. I knew what to pick, what not to pick. What qualities a woman needed to have, what qualities I needed to have. How to handle things financially, how things not to handle financially. So on and so forth. There's a lot that don't know how to be men. There's a lot of women that don't know how to be women. Having sex doesn't make you a woman or a man. There's more to it than that. And, in this day and time, oh man, it's some men don't know how to fix a car or do anything with a car. Some men don't believe that it looks bad on me as a man if I don't provide for my family. Like, no woman should be worrying about when they go cut the light on, it don't come on, or if you watch TV or the internet, or if her car's not working, or the grass needs to be cut. Like, women should never worry about those things. Men are supposed to provide a house. It's the woman's job to make it a home. And inside that home, if a man is doing his job, then the woman should do her part. This is why I was raised, and this is why I teach my son, teach my daughters. I'm not backing from this. A woman should keep it clean, help keep it clean. Of course, a man too. She needs how to cook. She needs to know how to, let her have free reign in the home, decorate, whatever she want to do. Help her as she need help. I don't think you should put everything on your woman. I think that women in the original design was supposed to help you as a man, not do it for you as a man. I believe that God gives a vision to the man, and the woman is to assist him in making that vision happen. And that's what, when you have these people in society talking about gender roles, no, God set up gender roles. It wasn't people in society. Everything this Caucasian is telling you is wrong. And that's why his community is screwed up. You allowing his thought process to come in our community and screw ours up at the same time. And we should not do that, okay? So, we need to have families and big families. I believe in big families. I come from a family. My parents had one had 10 kids, another one had 11 kids. Okay, all of them ate. None of them starved. Nobody died. Okay, and you actually had the man working while the mom stayed at home. All of the mom had jobs. It was most menial jobs. It wasn't nothing big. Now I understand people got careers now, and people's all advanced, and that's great. Do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. But for me, I like big families. I believe you should have at least 3 to 4 children, maybe more. I love big families. I love to see big families sitting at dinner tables together. It is just an amazing thing to watch just families come together. Now, I feel the only group of people, you talking about the women, who is teaching women how to be women right now, is the Nation of Islam. They have a thing called the Muslim Girl Training. Now, I wish, this is the only problem I have. I wish they would be willing to take that Muslim Girl Training and just put it to teach all that marrying the right person. Women. Oh yeah, Sister Kimberly, yeah, big families are awesome. You know what I do? Let me tell you what I do. When I see a brother or sister out with their family, I walk up, I see them, and I say, you know what? Brother and sister, you have a beautiful family. Beautiful family. Yeah, I tell them that. I want to encourage them in their family. Well, I got Rocket Raccoon. I put Rocket Raccoon on there because I was kind of covering some things talking about cooning earlier. So hey, why not? And also, Rocket Raccoon could be an example of a coon that fight for white folks over black people. You up there with your gun fighting and everything. Hey, Rocket's funny though. I like Rocket. Oh, that's so funny. Wait. My thing is, we need to, male and female, stop trashing each other online. We need to take them conversations behind closed doors. Okay, have a place. Let's talk it out, because these people take advantage of us fighting against each other all day long. And like I said, you know, people talking about Serena Williams. The reason why I'm not going to make videos about Serena Williams or videos about this black woman doing it, like, I'll make a comment on Twitter about it. Don't get me wrong. I will make a comment. But I will not make a video about Serena Williams. I won't make a video about these different people because I don't want to use my platform to draw attention. You have to understand the Streisand effect. If you don't know what the Streisand effect is, look it up. But I'm not going to Streisand effect something I don't want promoted. So you're not going to hear me going ham at Serena. Do I agree with Serena? I don't agree with it. But I'm not going to make a bunch of Serena Williams videos. I'm not going to make a bunch of videos about women online, like some of y'all tell me I should. Women that's promoting being with Caucasian males. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to draw attention to that. So, you know, some people don't realize when your platform grows to a certain point, you got to be cognizant of the videos you put out. So if I want to draw attention to something, let's draw attention to black empowerment. That's what I want to draw attention to. I don't want to draw attention to that crap. Like I said, I just did a video with, oh man, this guy I felt like this guy is my brother. I mean, like my blood brother. Y'all, I'm gonna put that video up when I get a chance. But me and my brother here, that he owns a company, and boy, I tell you, that was a great conversation I think I ever had with another black man. I mean, we just saw eye to eye on everything, and that's just great. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk to a sister I interviewed from Sudan, right? Great conversation with that sister. You know, that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm not trying to focus on all that. I'm trying to focus on joining the African diaspora. That's part of my mission. I'm focusing on us building great families. I'm focusing on us to being great people. I'm not focusing on that small stuff. So what? You gonna have coons. If you ain't realized that by now, you gonna have coons. I'm not focusing on coons all the freaking time. I'm focusing on us. What can we do? Now, if a coon is doing something extremely bad, yes, I'm gonna talk to hell about that coon. But I'm not gonna focus on Sheriff Clark all day. I'm not. I want to focus on what can we do as a people to better ourselves. What can we do? Sheriff Clark is lost. He's lost. I'm not gonna make 100 videos about Sheriff Clark. unless he do something. If he do something, yes, I'm gonna speak up about it. We have to understand, if y'all people say y'all believe in the Bible, didn't the scripture say not everyone gonna be saved? So since we realize that not everyone's gonna be saved, then we have to realize there's a portion of black people that's gonna be lost. Accept that. We can't save them all. We can't. I know y'all want to, but we can't save them all. And you say, well, they cooning. Let them go. This is what we do with coons. Excommunicate them from the black community. Never let them come back. That's how you show coons and people that are thinking about cooning what's going to happen. Say, oh, you can't come back here. You went over there, stay your behind over there. Well, they call me the N-word. Okay, stay over there. You love them, right? Stay over there with them. And that's all we have to do. Now, from what I'm seeing, and I'm proud of y'all. I am proud of y'all. Y'all are doing that nowadays. Y'all not letting the coons come back. Like Steve Harvey was saying he feel bad because he went and talked to Trump and his ratings went down and black people ain't accepting Steve Harvey no more. He learned a lesson. Back in the day, black people let you back. Now these black people, they ain't letting you back. That's what you do to coons. You're making examples out of them. Then when people think about cooning, then they'll say, you know what? I don't want to get kicked out the community. I don't want to be excommunicated. So, nah, I'm not going to do this. Look at Chrisette Michelle. She learned, she cooned for capital, and now she wants to get kicked back. She wants back in the black community. And black people say, hell no. Stay over there with Trump and them. Go sing for Trump. That's what you want to do. You had a fan base. Black people loved you. I loved her music too. But her label kicked off and everything else. Now she feel bad. No, black people ain't going to accept you back. That's a new rule. If you coon, you out of here. You say Stacey Dash. She out of here too. Anybody cooning, just kick them out. And let's just focus on us. Because we can't trust coons. Didn't y'all say that? So why fight with a coon? There's no reason to fight with them. Just show them what's going to happen if you do that. You know how them white folks do? Like with them white women especially. If they fool with a black man, they don't want to fool with them. Like, I mean, one time I was laughing. I was getting a kick out of this. I was on what was it, a Daily Stormer months ago, when I was reading how when they go out on dates with white women, they eventually ask them, have they ever dated a black man? They all do this. And they were saying they do it because they don't like the white women that date black men because they may cheat or they just too headstrong, whatever things they saying. And I think, black men and black women need to ask that question too. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Say, brother, you ever dated white women? He asks that question and like you say, yeah, I date them. Like, okay, I ain't interested. Same thing if a black man asks a question to a black woman. Hey, you ever dated a white dude? She say, yeah, I ain't interested. I don't see nothing wrong with that either. Because you're saying it compromises. Well, I don't know. I hear some black women say that the white dudes be jumping in the inbox. I guess they do. They'll try you. I guess they'll try you. Well, white women jump in black men inboxes too. And you can put on your profile all day, I don't, no offense, and I ain't hateful, but I don't date white men, I don't date white women, whatever, and they will show up in your inbox more because you said that. They are freaked out. Oh my God, I can't believe a black person's rejecting me? A black person? They love me. What the hell? I gotta find out who this black person is and why they don't want to talk to me. Let me jump in their inbox. Male and female do that. Look, dudes, you don't believe me? Go to your social media profiles on what you got, Tinder or whatever else you got, POF, I don't know what you own. That's for two I hear you own. Put on there, this is an experiment. It's an experiment. Put on there, I don't date white women. Put on there, just do that. I don't date white men. And watch how many white men and women jump in your inbox. Just do it as an example. Experiment. Just see what they say. Just see what they say. And if they ask you why you don't date, say, listen, I don't have no hate for you. I just believe that I want to better my community, and I can't do that with someone who's not going to end racism, and I need a black woman so I can have a black son or a black daughter, and I can't really have that with you. So that just see what they say. Just a social experiment. I would love to see some of the messages they send you guys. Now I know Lavender Spices has shown me messages on Twitter that they did with her, which was funny. I think who else posted pictures? C Noble's another one. How white men jump in her inbox and keep just want to know why she don't date white men. But all the women in the world, yet you it shows you how entitled they are. They feel they should have access to black people no matter what. Because in their society, never been denied anything. Black people have not one time denied them anything. We haven't denied them of our body. We haven't denied them of our entertainment, our talent. We haven't definitely denied them sex. We ain't denied them anything. So that's why when a black person denies them something, like, what? You're denying me? But what? I'm white. What are you talking about? That sort of thing. That's how they act. You can't deny them anything. That's why with some black men, some, and some black women too, some that date them, you get the lowest of the barrel of them. You get the looking guy, nerdy, ain't got muscle tone to save his life, looking thing. But you won't get a brother that's nerdy. You won't take that. And then some of you brothers get some bust up white females. I just shook my head. And Cynthia, she was standing there. She'd have been probably said something. I'm in HEB, me and my son. I'm walking, and I see this brother. He with a white female, and he got his 2 kids, and that's fine. But I just looked at the dynamic of that, and the way she just kind of her demeanor was, and I'm like, come on, brother, you can do better than that. That's all they got to say. I just kept walking. That's why they don't have an issue with some of you dudes. You want to see when they have an issue with you? One of y'all pull Taylor Swift. To me, she look half dead. She's too skinny. I don't. But to me, white men will get with you. Look how mad them white men seal Bloom. They were hot. I mean, if you gonna get one, I'm pretty sure you can't stand her, but white men like her. If you gonna pull one of their top, because we could say whatever we want to say about the Serena situation versus that dude Alexis. She more can, even though yes he is a millionaire too, but she make way more money. And I don't understand that. I thought that women said that they want men to match them or exceed them. Why would you lower? See, that's the thing is black people. When it comes to black people, we have this expectation for black people. We want black people to come up to here. But when we get with one of them, we'll drop down our expectations down here to be one of them. I never understood that. A black man got to make 6 figures. A black man got to do this and that and the third. Get one of them, and black man ain't got to make 6 figures. He ain't got to be tall no more. He ain't got to be muscular no more. Same thing with the women. You want a black woman to be, Instagram model, but you give it a white female, she don't look nothing like that. Nothing like that. And you with her, you cheesing. All teeth. I don't say that about black people. Why do we lower our expectations? I don't know who you talking about. I don't block nobody anyway. Is there no Instagram models? I'm just giving an example. Cause come on, brothers For the most part, they like women that's like, come on, it's worldwide. Black men like curvy women. Period. That's worldwide. In some African cultures, bony women like Taylor Swift are considered sick. Well, brother, we can't. Well, the black man can't be God, and we allowing the stuff to happen to us, brother. We let everybody treat us like crap worldwide. We can't be God like that. Yes, I heard that song. Yes, I'm still. I hope she's talking to me, Sister Angela. Yeah, I'm still talking. I'll be getting off here shortly. I'll be giving the time limit. Well, I wanted to come in and post. You know me, I try to post something once a day with you guys, but like I said, I had a major technical difficulty that happened, and I talked about it on Patreon. Major technical difficulty, but well, Sister Angela, I love you too, sister. You know about Sister Angela? Let me tell you about her. She's about one of them rare people I'll let check me on something. That's very rare. You know that? Some black women I will look at with respect, and I'll let them talk to me certain ways. I have a lot of respect for black women. I'm gonna tell you why. But it's a certain black woman, not all of them. That black woman you could just look at and you say, oh man, I ain't playing with her. Because she commands a certain respect. And I love those kind of black women. I will talk to them. I'll seek counsel from them. You know, and just have a lot of respect for them. And when it comes to certain brothers, you know, I have a certain respect for brothers too. And the same brothers have that same look about them. Just that wisdom, that just they strong brothers. That's why I like talking to a lot of the older brothers and sisters. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm gonna cut this short. But guys, I'm gonna see you guys next time. Sorry.